So, welcome in, everybody. Oh, tracking is bugged again. Yeah, I see you down there. Ah, yes, excellent. I fixed it just for it to break again. You know what? You're getting what you're Oh my god, what was that? You're getting what you're getting. Nothing else. Welcome on in, everyone. Oh my god. You know what it could be? It could be because my mic arm is in the way. I move this and I just flip this. Does that pick up as tracking? More postal this stream? Unfortunately not. We've got we're plotting this stream. We're plotting real life postal. We're not going to shoot up anything, but we're going to shoot things. I say real life postal because you guys are going to help me put together some side quests, okay? Now, I want you to peep the picture right here real quick, okay? We've got the crossbow that you guys so lovingly gifted me. We've got the inflatable dinosaur costume that you guys so lovingly gifted me. And I was sitting here thinking, what am I going to do for 50K on YouTube? Because that's a big fucking number. Like, I got to do something. And I have all of these things that I haven't done yet, and it's a little overwhelming. It's just like, well, what do I do? Could I do this? Could I do that? Is that really big enough for 50K? And I'm like, hold on, why don't I do it all? But then I'm like, okay, but can I do it all? How would I put it together cohesively? And then I thought, why don't I just ask you guys? So, I came up with an idea. I came up with a plan. Oh, we got raiders? Yo, what the? Well, hello, Kino. We're plotting. I just hit 50K on YouTube, and I'm trying to. We're going to come up together with my 50K subscriber special, and now your followers can help me too. You guys can help me put together a list. Do tell me if the music is too loud. But yeah, hope your raid went good. Hope your stream went good. Welcome to the broadcast, raiders. And thank you, Contra Malga, for the resub at 10 months. All right, so let me just readjust real quick. I gotta catch up on chat. The chat is moving really fucking fast for me. Like, I can't... It isn't in the restream chat, but the actual YouTube chat is like on my end. So... Happy 50K celebration. But I mean, technically, the way numbers are going, I'll probably hit 50K sometime today or tomorrow. Why is she shaking so much? I have my body tracking on, and it's not great because it's a phone app. Parkinson's catching up. Look, this is the same quality of tracking I started with, okay? I'm letting you guys have the vintage Midas experience. Anyway. Oh my god, this is getting ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Hands aren't worth this, okay? Hands aren't... Can I fix this? Is this... That's a little better. A little better. Okay, we'll catch up on members and all that in a minute. I'm overwhelming myself suddenly. You know, it's probably because Lemon Demon is blasting in my ear. That is exactly why I'm overwhelmed. Okay. Starts boogieing. Quit making fun of me! Okay. So. My plan is that tomorrow I'm going to be going out into the woods, into the forest, and I've got the crossbow. And I've made a big board, and I've got a bunch of balloons on it. Black balloons and yellow balloons. And I'm going to do some target practice. Now, thank you, laziness. Rate my Riz. I give it about a 3. You tried. Anyway. And if I hit a black balloon, I receive a punishment. And if I hit a yellow balloon, I am allowed to take a massive swig of alcohol, or... maybe half a can of alcohol, depending on how much alcohol I have. So black balloon or miss the board entirely is a punishment. And if I hit a punishment, I have to spin a physical wheel that I've built. And on that wheel, I am putting your guys' suggestions, and I have to do it. All right? And these are all things that have been requested for me over the last year, including some things that I'm going to have you guys help me out figure out today. And we're going to put it on the list. What the fuck is my hand doing? This is Ayumi's fault. I'm blaming Ayumi. Ayumi broke my hand. Okay. So one of the things on the list is the inflatable dinosaur suit. So that'll be put on the wheel. So let's say, for example, I have outfits on the wheel. And I hit the outfit, let's say, second roll. Because I have a terrible aim. Then I'm stuck wearing that outfit until the end. Or until I find another, like I hit another outfit. So if I have the inflatable dinosaur suit, and that's like my second hit, and I've got 10 more hits to go, and then the next one is I have to go to a fucking animal zoo, I have to go to the zoo wearing that wearing that inflatable dinosaur suit, right? So coming up with some incredibly interesting punishments here. Now, what's really funny that I didn't anticipate is that a lot of people were like, oh, you should do song covers, or you should talk about this topic politically. And I anticipated a few of those, and I thought, okay, well, topics, it'd be funny if I did like one or two where I'm sitting in the forest talking about the state of the economy, right? But that's the majority of the suggestions, so I think I have to come up with something secondary there. But yes, we had like 3 people recommend doing a backflip, and like, what the fuck, guys? You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. I like the petition one. Wait, that's kind of iconic. The only issue with going around my town and asking people to sign my petition is that I dox where I live. Quite literally, like I dox where I live. So I'd have to go to a city a few hours away, and then I'd feel safe doing that. And I don't know if I can do that tomorrow. I don't know. It depends on what ends up on the wheel. Hope my comment makes it in the video. I mean, I will have comments that are on the wheel make it into the video, and I will have funny ones also make it into the video, depending on what I choose. But yeah, that is what we're up to today. That, and it'll be just like a Zatsu or a talking. Ask for petitions in VR instead, maybe. Another interesting wrinkle to all of this in the 50 subscriber my 50 subscriber special, everybody, 50,000 subscriber special, is that my mother will be joining me in this. So it will be IRL footage. I will superimpose my model head on top or use the bunny mask or something. But my mother is going to be helping me in the woods. So this will probably be the first and only time that you guys get access to Momdis. She is unreasonably excited to help me with this, but I need help carrying the supplies, and I really don't know and have anybody else around. Just seen her fucking giggling maniacally as we were coming up with the thing. She's just like, oh, what if I like run in front of the camera and pretend to trip? And it's just like, why would you do that? It's funny. Is that funny? Yes, it's called physical humor. You wouldn't understand. You see, actually funny people would get it. And it's just like, what's funny about... Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, no, I brought up the suggestion somebody had about the zoo, and immediately she went, well, she kind of was like, you know, scoffing at the idea of driving multiple hours out to find a zoo to go to. But then I mentioned that I might be stuck in an inflatable dinosaur costume, and immediately she went, oh? Oh? My mother loves to humiliate me. All right. Let's start grabbing comments. And before I start adding to the list, I'm going to catch up with chat. I'm going to catch up with the supers. I'm going to catch up with everything. How deep can you get in the process of a test driving a car without having a license? Interesting that you actually ask that. Because you can test drive, if you have your learners in at least where I live in Canada, you can do all the driving you want as long as you have somebody who has their full license in the car with you. And you can only drive that one other person. So it can only be 2 people, yourself and the fully licensed person. Anyway. You're just taking her along to carry stuff, lol. Not quite. For some of the things I'm anticipating, I'm gonna need somebody to do something to me. So, like, dumping big buckets of ice water on my head. I could do that, but would I really strip my loving mother the opportunity to dump a bucket of ice water on my head? That would make her whole fucking month. No, of course, like... Anyway. Been a while since I caught a Twitch broadcast. Good to see you, Farrell. Anyway, so, yeah. So, the reason I included, like, if I hit the yellow balloons, I get to drink alcohol, is that if I accidentally find out I have a really good aim, I need to nerf myself so that we actually do end up hitting some of the things on the wheel. So... on one hand, it'd be really fucking funny if, like, I just kept drinking and I got better and better aim. That in of itself would be an excellent video. But me drunkenly stumbling through a zoo in a dinosaur costume is also funny. How long are you taking suggestions for on the post? Until the end of stream today. Fuck! To the end of broadcast today. And there goes my tracking. Ice Bucket Challenge 2013, just called... Shut the fuck up, Joe. Shut the fuck up. All right, let's catch up on YouTube Supas. Also, Noir, thank you for becoming a fancy tutor. Alkavi, thank you for the 5. Are you going to shoot me with that crossbow? You got 1 shot. Better kill me with that arrow. Better make that shot count. Not to brag or anything, but I have... 5 bolts that came with, and then you guys bought me big arrows that don't fit into it. So my plan is if I end up losing the bolts and I end up using all 5, I'm gonna get the really big ones and I'm just gonna like throw them like javelins. It's gonna be funny. Red Haircross, thank you for the 5. My favorite piss tuber. I'm not a piss tuber. Truly the broad in broadcast. Love you, Midas. Congrats on almost 50k. Oh, I really hope we don't hit 50k during this stream. I'm tired. Broadcast. Avius, thank you for 5 gifted members. Xander, thank you for the 5. You should have specified it was a punishment wheel. I wouldn't have tried to make a heartfelt question then, dummy. Well, some of the questions I will have interspersed throughout there, like interviewer style. I'll let my mother read them, and I'll answer them. Noir, thank you for the 10. Give us spy swing or give us death! Then die. Mom just throws a pie at your face. Maybe. Thank you for the 2. And my first suggestion, confirm Blue Midas. Thank you for the 5, Hime. But, there's Saddam, if that's what you're talking about. The Utao. 100k Midas Nation by June, I'm calling it now. Bullshit. Sorry, that's not gonna happen. Hey, finally caught alive. Hey, finally caught It's That Guy. Found you yesterday and you're an entire mood. Thank you, Blitz Chows. And thank you for the 15 MYR. Anyway, good luck with the rest of the broadcast. I gotta study for my final tomorrow. Pick my YouTube comment. And congrats on almost 50k. Thank you, Avenged Eightfold. Speaking of Blue Midas, did you see the Rima video? Oh, God. Do we want to talk about that first, or do we want to get into making the list? Yeah. Do I really want to talk about that? I'd toss you in the trash if you were a rat, but honestly, you'd shine even there. The fuck does that even mean, laziness? Rima talked about Blue Midas. Okay, now we're getting off topic. Okay. Let me just grab... Okay, I'm going to grab the YouTube community post. I'm going to refresh it. And I'm going to start typing things down. Okay, so... I have seen multiple times that people want me... So I'm going to type down a bunch of stuff, and then we're going to narrow it down to about 20. Okay? So I've seen this at least 3 separate times. Variations of do a flip and do a backflip. So do a flip. I will tell you that I am not athletic, so this in of itself will probably take me about a half hour to successfully accomplish. You are going to get footage of me hurting myself. But unironically, this is one thing that's been asked of me for some reason for months. You guys really want to see me hurt myself, which is something. Okay, oh, Big A has a big list. Light, blinding light, your matter tells mine to scatter. It's alright, it's alright. God, I love Lemon Demon so much. Necro channel, hey, Necro, let's go. 50k Blue Midas reveal. 50k, you remember the crowbar window. This is going to be that on steroids. I'm going to be publicly humiliated in real life by my mother for you guys. What I will be doing, though, is I will be superimposing my anime head. So you're going to be getting my real body in an anime head because my rabbit mask has kind of disintegrated. Adi says, hi! Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Congrats on the upcoming 50k, and here's to 50k more. Now, your opinion on apple juice? Oh, actually, unironically, if we can be sidetracked for a second, I fucking hate apple juice. I hate apple juice. It is so bad. But, on the other side, hot apple cider, really good. Is this live? Yes, it is. I cannot pronounce your name, but it is live. It's alright. Is your OC based on Farina from Genshin Impact? Huh? No, it's not. But you know what? I like that comparison better than Tomoko. I'll take it. Where's the non-Euclidean Midas? The fuck does that mean? Alright, so we got do a backflip. Let's look at Big A's list. Play a game with your community, any game. I mean, yeah. Draw my life? No, it takes two. What are your thoughts on SAG-AFTRA? I could go on a rant about SAG-AFTRA. That could be on the list for some reason. Oh. We paste for that formatting? There we go. Sure. Room tour rating stream. Room rating stream. Weekly crowbar updates. What's the dream want to accomplish before the end of the year? Okay, so these are more general. If I gave you guys a room tour, I think you would black out. Start a small and controllable fire. Okay, I mean, we could... Okay, paste without formatting. The effect of depression and what you can do to keep it at bay. Pokemon card unboxings. Love to see your streaming set. What did you do as a job career before becoming a VTuber? Did you do something in entertainment? So some of these are going to be questions and some of them are going to be actually things to do. Paste without formatting. So the ones that are questions, I'll probably do, like, answer. I'll probably answer while doing the challenges. Gonna do a backflip on a big trampoline? Don't want to get hurt? No, I'm gonna be doing it in the middle of the fucking forest on the side of a mountain. Quite genuinely. Like, It is going to hurt. It is going to hurt. Watch along of Disney's Artemis Fowl, but every time Midas cringes, she has to restart the movie. I wouldn't even get past the first 5 seconds. Show us one of your sister's taxidermies? She might get mad at me if I did that. Give us a fitness stream. Trust me? Huh. Okay, so these challenges have to be something that I can do in a video. Like, this will probably end up being an hour-long 50K special of me doing the most absurd shit. Individual broadcasts, I would be saving for, spoilers, a donathon goal. I plan to do, maybe not even a donathon, but like a subathon, like an uncapped one. But I'm still in the works of putting that together. No, this is more about, I am going to tomorrow go outside and touch grass for 48 hours straight recording all of this shit. So I have to be able to do this in one go. Mountain backflips for the memes. How about we grab some food together? I should shut up, huh? You know what we could do? I could go to McDonald's in the dino costume. I could do that. I could do that. I could grab food. Random note that I'm giving $1 for each car I've been hit by. That is all. That guy... 5 cars? Yo, that kind of fucks. Are you, like, paraplegic now, or are you just built different? I mean, no judgment here if you've, like, lost your legs. Actually, that is a plus here. If you are missing your legs because you've been hit by 5 cars, you should actually give me your phone number right now for an unrelated reason. Biblically accurate Midas Kek W. Thank you, Shubdub, for the 5 and Z. Umbre, thank you for the 2. Use your fine arts degree to paint for us. I could paint. Maybe I will extend that to paint a topic. So, a trending topic. Well, guys, I'm gonna get hit by cars, so you... Wealthy Bone, no! That means I can get IRL Midas tummy instead of art. Well, thank you for the 5, Adeline. I will be wearing... I'm only exclusively in this video going to be wearing items that you guys have sent me on Throne. You guys have sent me a lot of outfits through Throne, and I will try to wear as many of them as I can for this video. I want to clear everything that I've wanted to do on my channel IRL in one shot. All right, everyone, I gotta go to work. Good night. Good night, NC Zimmer. Try not to die. No. You guys ever wonder, like, what would it would be like to have your eyeballs transplanted? Like, unrelated, before we get back into the list. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have your eyes physically removed and swapped out with someone else's? I read somewhere once that people see things differently because of the amount of rods and cones in their eyes. It's different for every person. So my red is different from your red because of how the brain processes information. So theoretically, if I swapped eyeballs with somebody else and they, like, stayed, they didn't, like, reject, well, for one, would my eyesight improve, theoretically, if they were healthy eyes? And on top of that, also, would I see different colors? Would yellow look the same? Or would yellow look red? And what is red, really? Could I cure color blindness by stealing somebody's eyes? Gotta swap brains too? Okay, but do you? Did you guys see the fucking? Okay, so hold on. I'm sorry. Not to tangent. But on my timeline today on Twitter, I literally saw like this fucking robot, and they were showing off how they grew human brains in like a lab, like they grew like from stem cells, like a little miniature human brain that was like kind of molded onto like this chip, and it was attached to a robot. And this was like a first successful clinical trial of an artificial meat-based brain computer that was operating and adapting in real time faster than any like AI that they've ever produced. And that shit fucking scared me. Like, it was cool, but like, oh my god. Can you imagine the possibilities for sex robots? Anyway. Second random note, I've been on fire by choice. So do you look like that one guy from mouthwashing? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I would suggest eating a ghost pepper, but that would probably kill you. Then again, it would also mean I would get to meet you in person. Epstein! Oh my god, I missed you! Jeffrey Epstein! You beautiful creature. Yeah, no, I won't be able to source a ghost pepper in 24 hours. Midas, you're making the back of my eyes itchy. Well, then scratch them. For 50k, can you have a clean bill of health for a month? I mean, I'm trying. Good first time I could watch stream. Hello, Yamin P. Welcome in. What has been your experience with depression? All of you know that I do depression competitively. I'm better at it than anyone else. Happy 50k, Alcalvi! Thank you for the. Thank you for the 200. Wait, did we hit it? There's no way that we hit it during the broadcast. Not while talking about stealing eyeballs. We hit it! No way! We hit it live? I thought it would. Oh my god! Damn it! I thought I'd have a little more. I thought it would take it till at least I recorded the video. Oh! Happy 50k, everyone! Holy shit! I can't imagine. I guess this turned into a 50k celebration. So we get two 50k celebrations. We get the video and we get a broadcast. All right, let's make the list. And you know what? As a reward for hitting 50k while live, after we're done the list, let's go back and react. I know. One-time thing only. We will react and rewatch some of my oldest videos. Because I'm genuinely curious to see how much we've changed since that day. But holy fuck. Holy fuck. What the fuck? I'm genuinely tempted to just leave my room and go tell my mother. Just like, wait! I hit it! Oldest shorts too? Yeah, oldest shorts too. Holy shit, that's... How many people that fucking is? How fucking many of you there are? I can't even physically fathom that amount of people. Oh my god. If even like a 10th of you or a 1th of you show up to Offkai, I might die. I might actually die. I might get Christina Cremate. Oh. I actually have plans for Offkai. At least for one of the days, I will be actively doing Midas activities. I am not going to be a guest. I'm going to be roaming the show floors because I don't have any... I mean, what would I do at a booth? Really? I would just be on a screen doing this? No, it's more fun to be grassroots, running around doing heinous shit with people. Like, I want to do full-on Team Rocket antics with you guys. And I would probably be filming it. So if duders are okay with it, I would be putting them in a video. If those want to be in a video but don't want their face to be seen, I would be giving duder face masks. And for those who just don't want to be in it at all, I can censor them entirely. I'm going to be bringing I made a handmade cardboard cutout. I will be signing it, and I will be gifting it to a duder if I find one. I'm going to be doing a bunch of silly shit. There is a uniform, though. The day that you find me, I will be wearing a Midas core outfit, and I will be posting it to Twitter. The one thing I will warn you is that Offkai will be basically the one time you see my actual face and head and whatever. A pseudo face reveal, but in the video itself, it'll be like covered and edited up because we got a little bit of suspended belief, right? I want some people to think I'm attractive, but if you come to Offkai and you see me in real life, you have the rare privilege of seeing an actual 3 out of 10 in real life. Yes. Anyway. Oh, God. No, I'm sorry. I'm kind of buzzed. 50K. Let me catch up on Supas. Oh, holy fuck. There was a lot of Supas I missed out. Oh, my God. I gotta catch up. Oh. But yes, thank you, Alkavi, the 200 Canadian. Thank you, Hipsta Hobbit, for the 100 ARS. Happy 50K. Happy 50K. Thank you, Nick, somebody, for the 10. Congrats on 50K. Do push-ups as a punishment for the video. We can add hard exercise. Yeah, let's add hard exercise. Hard exercise. Happy 50K. Thank you, Noir Gentle Drop, and thank you for the 10. 50K. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm a super blast for the 2. 50K. Let's go. Thank you, Shranky, for the 200 Canadian. Sorry, boss, for taking over the broadcast again. Shut up, Pop Totes. I remember 3K. The next day, 7K. Congrats, Midas, for the 50K. Jacob Walker. It's been such a long road. So when do we storm the Pentagon? Tomorrow, if it's on the wheel. The boss is growing up. I'm so happy. Oh, Farrell, you have no idea. I see one in my morning reflection every day. Kind of used to it. What? An absolute Pentagon crasher? Because with the way you look, you could, like, nat 20 seduce your way into any building. Like, holy shit. I don't know if you guys have seen Vinyl on Twitter, but Vinyl is a smoke show. Vinyl is genuinely a smoke show. Of course, my opinion doesn't really matter because I also have really bad taste, but I'm assuming everybody will agree with me. Anyway. But yes, Shwanky, thank you for the 200 Canadian. Adeline, thank you for the 10. Now, Finn, get better, girl. Literally my only wish. Happy 50K. Look, I'm probably going to be better. I am coping so hard. You guys literally got me a breathing machine on Throne. I've been using it when I've been going to bed. It has been a godsend. Happy 50 subscribers. Hell yeah. Thank you for the 5, Solicat. I'm so excited to hit 50 subscribers. Unironically, though, the first time I did hit 50 subscribers, it was a feeling quite like this. Milestones scale, but the feeling of excitement never goes away, you know? It is just as special every single time because there was effort going into all of them. Congrats, happy 50K. Necro Channel, thank you for the 100 ARS. Hey. You know what, Necro? For your support, I will say that you are not mid. And since you are on YouTube, I mean YouTube supremacy, so you are definitely better than all my Twitch subs. I'll catch up on Twitch in a moment, by the way. Hello, Midas. Happy happening. Yeah, I still remember getting to wear my beret. Yeah. All right, drop the Google Doc. All right, it's my turn to be cindered, everybody. Whoosha! Go up into flame. Happy... okay. Congrats. Thank you for the 10 PLN. Mick Katika. Thank you, thank you. Hipster Hall... oh my gosh, your name got cut off. Let me just fix that. Hipster Hobbit, thank you for the 100 ARS. Remember, guys, this is to see her the happiest like this. She deserves it after working so hard and being so amazing. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be contrived. Nobody deserves anything in this life, but people can work hard and earn, and sometimes be lucky. I will never claim to I will never claim to deserve anything, because that assumes so much out of myself and out of other people. But I will graciously and humbly and with fervor and excitement enjoy the little things as they happen, because they don't happen very often, but they're happening right now, and I'm very lucky that it's happening right now. Oh, any luck finding editors that hold up to your standards? No. Nope. Actually, unironically, the clips that I see Necro do are really good. I don't know, Necro, do you do commissions? Unironically? Because, like, I could use some help. Sorry, this isn't much, but congratulations. What do you mean this isn't much? That's a whole $2.99, Nettie. And that is more than zero, which is already more than I could ever expect from anybody ever. So I appreciate and I adore. Thank you kindly. We did it, boys! Yo, is that Dingus Khan in the flesh? And thank you for the 10. I contributed nothing, I just got here. You're real for it. Shubdub, thank you for the 100 NZ. Now take more heavy 50k. Also chug milk as a punishment. Do you want me to throw up? Do you want me to? I'll do it. I'll put it on there. Chug milk. My mother would laugh. All right. Quick, everyone unsubscribe. Jordan Wilson. You really want to do that to me? Thank you for the 2. 200 neuters versus 1 gorilla. Who wins? Trick question. It's us. Shipped up. Yeah, you're right. Thank you for the 5 NZ. Come a long way and built such a great thing here. Thank you for the 10, Xander. And it's... I still don't understand how we got here, honestly. Like, genuinely, it still kind of confuses me. I wake up and I physically do not... Well, okay, I do feel a little different because I have my teeth, which I wouldn't have had without you guys. But, like, fundamentally at my core, I am basically the same person, especially with how I operate my day-to-day life. Like, I don't know. It's so hard to explain and quantify because these numbers are real. The people behind these numbers are real. You are real. But, like, even though you're all real, like, at the end of the day, when the computer turns off, I walk away from my closet recording booth, and I'm there, you know? I have to go take care of the animals. I make sure my mom's okay. I go get groceries. I don't know. I've come such a long way, but the more things change, the more they stay the same, you know? I don't know. I find it just very easy to remain humble in this situation because I get self-humbled every day. And you know, I don't think that makes me a better person than everyone. But I am a better person than everyone. I want you to know right now, I'm the best person in the world. My ego is large and my ass is fat. All right. Hipster Hobbit, 1,000 air. Stop sending red soup as Hipster Hobbit. Even more money because I can. Let's make her even more happy, guys. Shut the fuck up. $50 kajillion US. Thank you, Zephyr, for the 5. And congratulations. Thank you, Tanya Digger. I can't pronounce that, but you're from Tanya the Evil. I recognize that name. Thank you for the €5. All right, I'm finally caught up on the YouTube. Let's go to the Twitch side. Ass is flatter than my pan. Bitch! You're gonna have proof to the contrary tomorrow. I respect large egos. I say ego, but the ego is stored in the ass. I will have you know, that's why some people are called assholes when they talk too much about themselves, you know? Egotistical people are assholes because the ego is stored in the ass, kind of like how piss is stored in the balls, and love is stored in the heart. Take a tablespoon of vanilla. Oh, you want to fucking kill me. Okay. But yes, thank you, Herbal Gerbil, for subbing 6 months at tier 1. No, microplastics are stored in the balls. No, the microplastics are actually stored in the earlobes and in the nose. That's actually what cartilage is. As your father, I expressly forbid it. I'm your dad. I'm your dad. Wait, this song is a banger. Hold on. Ghost pepper. I'm not going to be able to source a ghost pepper for tomorrow. I am planning to do a... What is it called? Because it's not a donathon or a subathon. I guess it's kind of a donathon. I don't know. So, Bomi just raised money for a Rococo tracking bodysuit, and I am actually going to do the same soon. Although I probably can lower the amount I need to raise now because you guys are fucking crazy. So some of these suggestions that I'm seeing in chat, I will absolutely put on that because I would need more time during the donathon to complete things. This list is for stuff I'm completing in one day. I'm your dad. I'm your dad. God, 50. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the I need to stop being numbers pilled. Combo of the McDonald's trip. Make and eat a Mc 1035. The fuck is a... Okay, and order Mc 1035. Okay, I'll learn what that is. I expressly forbid it. As your father, I expressly forbid it. Thank you for the 20, Harleroth. Hey, Midas, here's a 20. Thank you. These little secrets. You have so much that you built up on. I cannot wait to see how far you'll go. We're all very proud of you. Never stop being yourself. Oh, and cover a Beach Boys song as punishment. My mother liked the Beach Boys. I need to start putting usernames beside these. Hold on. Okay, some of these in chat have been moving really fast, and I haven't had time to see. Fuck, who suggested the chug milk? Oh, fuck. Okay. This is gonna be... Okay. Thoughts on SAG-AFTRA. This one was a YouTube comment. Start a small and controllable fire. Oh, God. Okay. This is gonna take some figuring out. This was a combination of like 5 of them. Paint, topic, hard exercise. Oh, and some of these were a combination of multiple people's. Okay, I'll figure something out. Hey, Midas, if you touch grass, does it turn into gold? No. It goes yellow, but that's because it kind of disintegrates underneath me. You know, like when you suck the life out of something. Arson! Yes, Alcatraz arson. Did you just say whoops for subbing for 4 months, Rayma? Thank you. Make a hearty breakfast. Gotta make a Google form and Google Sheet. Continue typing, dude. Y'all. You're a beautiful, silly creature. So proud of you. Thank you for the 10, Moxie. I know that you actually suggested paint, so I'm gonna put Moxie here, because that's easy. Been enjoying your rambling since you started posting the short some time ago. Congrats on 50K. Hello there, and thank you for the 1111 NOK. What is NOK? What kind of currency is... What is NOK? Ah, the Norwegian krone. You know, we call elderly women crones over here. Call them crones and old bats and wenches. I love that, actually. That's awesome. Your currency is awesome. That's called a... It's very cool. It's that guy. Thank you for the 10. Because we love you and what you do. My girlfriend votes a teaspoon of vanilla. Unsure if that's safe, but I do as she requests to keep her happy. Congrats on the 50K, though. Knew you had it in you. It's that guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm sure that that would actually make me ill. Because vanilla... I'll write it down and I'll credit. But I might not do that one. We'll see. It's that guy. 174 teaspoon of vanilla. We're all very proud and happy for Midas. Let her rests be fulfilling and her problems few. Thank you, Shub, for the 10NZ. And thank you, thank you. Hopefully the rest, well, rest. I'm not resting. There's no rest for the wicked. The next 2 months are going to be very intense. I could say something, but I won't. There will be an announcement in a month, but I can't talk about it yet. Earn is getting left to burn. Up to me, the living would be free, and I can give you that, and I can give you that. I think it's super meaningful that in all of VTubing you've done, what made you take off was your real personality. 94 Sheep, thank you for the 5. It's... Okay, again, it's weirdly humbling. Initially, it was very frustrating, but as I've gone along, I've come to very much so appreciate, you know? Nick, somebody, thank you for the 10. Had a simple idea for punishment. Clean your room, just have your mom verified you did it off camera. How fucking dare you? My room is very clean. It's very clean. Saving, baby. Deregulating, baby. I'm Ronald Reagan, baby. I'm Ronald Reagan, yeah. Just got home from work. Congrats on the 50K. Thank you, Gail. And thank you for the $9.99. S-Man16, thank you for the 5. Show us one of your old yaoi art pieces to us or your mother. I'd fucking rather kill myself. Unironically, I would not show my mother because I'd be beat within an inch of my life and I would not return to YouTube. Oh. Congrats on the 50K, big boss. Thank you, Razor. Razor X135. Thank you for the 10. Economics, baby. With Reaganomics, baby. Atomic bomb it, yeah. Midas, don't forget about my suggestion. Rah! These little secrets. I'm scrolling up to double check which one was yours. I'm not forgetting. I just need to figure out how to credit it properly. My computer is chugging because you guys are moving so quickly. Holy fuck. Girl, in this confusing world where everything you earn is getting left to burn. Okay, I'm going to have to pause looking at the Supas for just like 1 second because they're moving. Mom just boxing stream. She'd win. Alright, let's... Give me 3 days. I could drive all the way up there somehow and I could clean it up there as soon as I arrive. No, I'm not having a subscriber cleans my bedroom video. That'd be embarrassing. Will we get more art in the future, whether it be chat emotes or other stuff? Theoretically, yes. I actually have a whole set of emotes that I did get, and I've never uploaded because I keep forgetting. No, genuinely, you guys have had the ability to have emotes this whole time. I just keep forgetting. I need help remembering. Damn, she ignores us here now. No, Blue Jay, only you. I only ignore you. Vincenzo Flux. Hi, love your content. Hi, love that I can't pronounce your name. What if the chatter wore a maid dress? Tempting, but no. Oh, I gotta turn the music down just a little bit. I want to study all night. I want to study law, 'cause only law's alright. I want to calculate construction costs all night. Purple Duders catching up on Red Duders. Mother and daughter stream and a reaction to the hive mind that is chat. No. My mother doesn't get to read chat. It's bad enough that she reads my comment section. She is not reading a live chat. Congrats on 50K. Thank you, Ronix. Midas. Yes, Corm. Corm, what did I miss? Oh my god, everything. Midas, please. Wait, some guy with a... Wait, what? Wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? Thank you for the 10, Raj. Dancing dog. I'm gonna chat all over the place. I'm... Okay. I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm really overwhelmed. I am viciously overwhelmed right now. You've come a long way from cringe of open Twitter DMs. In my defense, open Twitter DMs was really funny. Thank you, Thick Pikachu, for 5. Kratz 50K. Punishment, mom just sings. My mother has a very sweet singing voice. Thank you very much. And she does not get punished. But thank you for the 5. Yuri. That's what Pixie and Bomi are for, okay? They're the homosexual supporting cast. I don't need to fulfill your sick and twisted fantasies. That's why I have them. I've pawned off the sick, disgusting fantasies off to them. That way I can remain pure, clean, untainted by your disgusting ideations. Anyway, nugget porn is really good. Since we're doing suggestions, try to play a whole episode of Blood on extra crispy difficulty. That's some real masochism. Dingus Khan, thank you for the 10. This has to be something I can achieve tomorrow, but I can note that potentially for the subathon. What would I call it? I'm just gonna call it as... Yeah, I'll call it a subathon. Why not? These shitty little secrets. Well, now I'm trying to scroll back and catch up on what yours was. Alright. I fantasize about you doing my taxes. Just a whole broadcast of me doing taxes. Well, sucks to suck all of you because I already did my taxes. So you don't get to see that. Favorite dinosaur? That is a question somebody actually asked. Let's catch up on the suggestions that were made in the actual community posts real quick. I have a punishment. Perform the caramel dancing. Explode a nuke in Gmod. Congrats on 50K. Here's a punishment suggestion. Rewatch the Artemis Fowl movie and say only positive things about while watching it. Whoa. Oh, I just burped. Sorry. Thank you for the 10A. That's like 3 people that have suggested various things for the Artemis Fowl movie. Artemis Fowl movie. I'm going to credit Will for this because they're the reason why it's finally on the list. I'll have to figure out what I would do, but it would be interesting. Was enjoying the postal vods. Hey! Well, for members, if you do like games, I have a big backlog of game casts, and I'm hoping to get back on that very soon. Ooh, caramel dancing. Joe, do you really want me to do caramel dancing? I can't... Okay, the tracking is atrocious. This is why I need a Rococo suit, guys. All the cheaper alternatives for full body that I've tried have kind of worked, but they're not the best. They're not reliable, and they need everything under the sun to work. Once again, requesting banana bread to be baked for 50k. I do remember seeing that. Let me... Where did I put my... There we go, community post. Is there a best version of ourselves? And if so, what can we do to progress towards becoming the self? Okay. That's a good one. Paste without formatting. And that is by Coco Cop 6679. Coco Cop 6679. Oh, God. Excuse me? There we go. Talk about your ideas for your YouTube channel. Any plans? I have plans. I have lots of plans. I am the origin for the chug milk idea. Me and Super Chat Shubdub. Right, let's fix that real quick. Shub Jug. A spiral of ants. You didn't add the petition one. I can't do the petition one without doxing myself. Quite literally, if I go around my small community, like, no, that would cause me trouble unless I went into a city that's like hours away from me. I cannot do that one. Okay, keep on keeping on. You mentioned you went to college and studied art. Maybe your art journey so far, inspirations, favorite media in general. I think I've answered that as a question before. Talk about the greatest adventure you ever went on in your life, or if you could go back in time to any part you like, what part would it be, and would you change anything? If so, why? Okay, that's a good one. Can I paste without formatting? Okay, yeah. Oh, and I can do the @ as well. Awesome. That saves my ass having to retype everything. An anthropological video essay on tribes that practice funerary cannibalism, as Guy Fieri, titled What's Cooking You? I really want to do that. I don't know how I do that, but maybe that could be part of the subathon. That sounds really fucking funny. All right. All right, let's go back to the chats real quick now that I've written a few down. Like I said before, VR petition signatures in someone else's world. Have a good stream. Back to work I go. Have a good one. It's that guy. VTuber Cape exploring vid. Ah, yes. Me crawling through the devil's ass crack. POV. Thank you for the 100 bits, Vincencio Flux. Thank you. And thank you for the the tier 1 sub. Like, this was gonna be a chill broadcast. I swear to God. I wasn't anticipating anything. Like, I know I should have. I probably should have. Whenever I don't anticipate it, I get it, you know? I have a punishment for holding the camera. I will cover one song, theoretically. I just need to figure out which suggested one I want. Use code Midas, GamerSups, checkout for 10% off. I have one thing to say about the GamerSups controversy. Only one. And it bothers me. It bothers me that it's a controversy. And it seems so ingenuine of the creators that are bothered to the point where they're dropping their sponsorships when those exact same creators have sponsorships with companies that also have sponsorships with people exactly like them or the same people. Like, for example, there was a creator who dropped GamerSups earlier today who has a sponsorship with a company that does figures with the two controversial people that were the excuse for dropping. And they also used to be part of a company owned by Israel. Like, it was an Israeli company, very openly. They were an Israeli company. So that person seems like a very ingenuine virtue signaler to me. Which is a shame, because I genuinely looked up to this person quite a lot. But seeing them do this to make themselves seem better to their peers, I just think weakens their position in the business world and is very short-sighted. And I think they will, unfortunately, live to regret this down the line. I don't want them to live to regret their decisions, but I think that they made a very stupid choice. Very stupid choice. And I'm not going to drop names because that's clippable. But yeah, I'm not dropping my GamerSups sponsorship. And I would not drop my GamerSups sponsorship unless GamerSups themselves openly made a statement bringing up these pieces of drama in support or against things. Why would I punish a company that isn't actually taking those stances that these people are claiming they are? I get that they have their own reasons, and I get that they want to pressure the company into dropping these people. But if you're going to do that for one, then do that for all your sponsors. If you're not going to do it for all the sponsors that work with that person, then I don't want to hear it. You're just doing it for attention. I'm sorry, that was both vague and stupid. But yeah, I saw the GamerSups comment in the super chats, and I'm just like, oh, this has been bothering me. No. I love GamerSups. They've treated me very well. Dingus Khan, thank you for the 5. Alternatively, first 3 levels of Bloodborne, well done. Second highest difficulty, actually doable. I'll have you know that the only way I was able to complete Postal 2 was with the command console. El Cid Granda, thank you for the 500p. I'm not entirely sure what P is, but that's 500 of them, and I love the letter 5. You see, this is why you should never take me seriously. I'm brain dead. But thank you. T, thank you for the 5 for the blue-orange-haired vampire cartoon. Vampire. What? Blue-orange-haired vampire cartoon. I'm not entirely sure. I can't recall what that would be. I'll have to think about that one. Michael Simmons, thank you for the 5. Punishment, Terrence, Pop, Starburst, Video, React. What the fuck is that? Razor, thank you for the 5. Punishment suggestions. Draw your VTuber model in MS Paint with a mouse. Joke's on you, that shit's easy. Adeline, thank you for the 20. One more for now. I know you don't like to bring it up, but I'm glad that I found you from the Ides of March. You're really cool and have introduced me to so many amazing people, so thank you, Midas. I am better off to have met you, Adeline, and I'm happy that you're in my community. And I'm happy to see you in adjacent communities. Alright, I'm caught up with the supers. Find a fucking Lee. I get... Wait, was there another red that I missed? No. Okay, thank God. I thought I missed one. Okay. Midas goes binted. I'm trying to bint. Foul Vowel, thank you for the 20 gift subs. Oh, hey, what's going on this side of the syndicate? Hello, Nolan. We're at my 50,000 subscriber broadcast, which it was entirely unintentional. I didn't think that it would be the 50,000 broadcast, but we hit it anyway. So this is improv turning into the 50,000 on YouTube broadcast. And what it was supposed to be was I was supposed to be using today to prep for the 50,000 celebration, which was going to be a massive YouTube video I'm filming tomorrow. But here we are. You give me Seraph of the End vibes. That's actually such a huge compliment. I love Seraph of the End. Oh my God, it's been so many years since I even thought about Seraph of the End. You know what? I'm going to hide the list. I'm going to complete it later. I can't focus. This is too much. It's too exciting to be here with you guys. No, Seraph of the End. I have my my 3 colorways, and hold on. Got green, pink, yellow. I am saying once again, consume 1 picture of Chris Pratt as punishment. Yours. I saw that. And I actually am going to add that to the list. Consume 1 picture of Chris Pratt. 1 picture of Chris Pratt. Would you ever consider a clip submission video? Like, officially endorse the clips and edit them into a large video, post it to the Midas channel? I mean, I'd never thought of it, really, but I'd be open to it. Midas gets minted. Thank you, Fred E. Fred E. Hold on, I just gotta check your account real quick. Okay, thank God. Sorry, Freddy. I'm gonna be so honest with you. My older brother's name is Freddy. I have 6 siblings, and this doesn't tell you anything about him, but my older brother's name is Freddy. And he has found my account like 4 different times. And he keeps following me on Twitter, and I keep blocking him. And he keeps trying to set me up with Milo Yiannopoulos. Like, he keeps trying to get me to fuck Milo Yiannopoulos because, in theory, he's converted away from homosexuality, which is bullshit, by the way. There's a whole Twitter dedicated to tracking the amount of times that he relapses. So if you can relapse into homosexuality, you were never cured of it, and I don't think you can be cured of it. But yeah, for 1 second, I thought you were my brother who likes to try and hook me up with Milo Yiannopoulos. Oh, and my YouTube studio crashed. So yeah, sorry, YouTube user Freddy. Wait, you can check our accounts? I can click into them, yes. Blue and orange hair vampire cartoon is what you like. I was complimenting your model design. Oh! Thank you. Thank you. It's black and yellow, but I'll take blue and orange. I think you might have an oversaturated monitor. Cure makes it sound like a sickness. Right? Like, just, it's whack. It's whack. That sounds horrifying. Fun fact, actually. So the reason he keeps trying to hook me up with Milo Yiannopoulos is that he's actually a friend of Milo Yiannopoulos. And they're on, like, texting terms, right? So I've seen the conversations between my older brother and Milo Yiannopoulos, and genuinely, Milo Yiannopoulos knows who I am because my brother sent him my fucking YouTube channel. And no joke, Milo Yiannopoulos went, I'm flattered She seems very interesting, but I do not associate with content creators. So, okay. To be fair, Milo, I don't want you anyway. I don't want you. My brother wanted you. So, hey, maybe he should divorce the wife of his that I don't like, and maybe you two can get together. Although, apparently you're not gay anymore, so maybe it won't work. So, 50K subscribers. Anyway, how come you and his wife don't get along? Because when my mother had a big milestone birthday, his wife was his fiance at that point, and I had spent like $100 on ingredients to make a cake from scratch. And it was a 3-tiered coconut cake with special frosting. It was like light and nice and had like velvety ingredients. Like it was like this insane thing. Okay. At the time, I was working professionally as a baker, so I wanted to put my skills to use to celebrate my elderly mother's big day. And this bitch of a fiance, now his wife, so I'm just going to call her his bitch wife. His bitch wife comes in, and she's just like, oh, how can I help? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm almost done. Don't do anything. I'm just about to put everything into the oven. Now, this recipe was incredibly volatile, and you needed to leave it alone. It relied very heavily on not over mixing the batter, because then it would flatten. It needs to have its air bubbles. It needs to have everything, and it cannot be over mixed. But this stupid cunt, like as soon as I leave the room, I hear weird shuffling and I hear banging. I hear loud banging noises, and I run back in, and this stupid bitch had grabbed the pans and she was shaking them on the table and banging out all the air bubbles. And I'm yelling at her to get out. And she's like, no, this is just, I was just trying to help. And I'm like, no, I told you not to touch anything. I hope this works, right? Because I've spent $100 on the ingredients. Put it in. They came out like fucking hockey pucks. I wanted to beat her to death with them. Ruin my mother's birthday cake. And she was just like, oh, but this is how we do it back in the Philippines. And I'm like, oh, so you touch things when people say no in the Philippines? Look, I get that Philippine, like, recipes in the Philippines are different. I've seen her bake things and they're good. But no, this is not that kind of recipe, you stupid fucking bitch. Anyway, I have not forgiven her for that, because then I had to go spend more money to get a box mix and then make my mother's cake with that. And it was 1 tier and it was pathetic, and I was just out of time and out of budget. And that was back when money was like really fucking tight. Like I saved my fucking pennies to make that cake. Just that, and she beats her kids. So every time my sister-in-law, aka my brother's bitch wife, is pregnant, because she's gotten pregnant like 5 times at this point, I genuinely hope that this is the child that kills her in childbirth. And I've said that openly every single time, but like she has bad complications, because my brother is very he's very short, but he's very wide. He's built like a dwarf. He's like almost a midget, but he's not classifiable as a midget because he's 1 inch taller. But he's built like a brick shit house. He's massive. This guy's a fucking unit, okay? His wife is a delicate, wispy Filipina. And what this means is that they produce massive babies, and she is not physically capable of handling it. So they have to cut the babies out of her every single time, or else it'll kill her. Anyway, every time she gets pregnant, she has complications. And every time I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, I don't believe in you, but if you're there, can this be the one where she dies? Can this be the one where she dies? Unfortunately, God isn't real, and she survives every single time. My mother gets very mad at me when she hears this. But it's very common knowledge in my family that I hate my sister-in-law. Very common knowledge. Now, my brother-in-law, on the other hand, is really funny. Because at the beginning, I hated my brother-in-law for taking away my big sister. Because I was like 11 at the time when they got married, and I didn't understand. I was sad. I was gonna miss my big sister. I cried at the wedding. Like, I fucking, like, full-on bawled, because it's like, I'm never gonna see her again. Anyway, so I hated my brother-in-law. But, like, after a little while, I realized, hey, this guy's actually kind of cool. I mean, he's a fucking loser, but he's, like, my flavor of loser. He's kind of cool. Kind of cool. He likes Dungeons and Dragons. So, over the years, I've learned to appreciate my brother-in-law. Unfortunately, he's very into AI stuff, so me and him kind of clash on that, but it is what it is. It's very fun at family events to poison him. Me and my younger sister make a game out of taking his drinks, like his drinks, and swapping them with something more alcoholic, or getting his alcoholic beverage that's almost empty and then topping it up. He knows that he's getting something alcoholic. He just doesn't say no, you know? We're not like outright date rape drugging him. We're just giving him more alcohol, and he's just not refusing. Every time he throws up. Every time he throws up, it's very good. Got beef with AI? I mean, as much as anybody who went and got a degree at art school has beef with AI. Like, that's as much as I'll say. I used to be a lot more extreme. I will say, I used to literally wish death upon those who generated stuff with AI. Like, straight up. I have, like, a fucking post historically where I say, we need to kill every single person who uses AI. We need to destroy the careers of everybody who uses AI. We need to report everybody to their jobs who uses AI. Like, I literally made, like, a massive tirade, right? But over the years, my opinions of it, while I still do personally find disdain with using AI myself, I have gotten to the point of accepting that being outright vitriolic and judgmental to that degree of other people doesn't change anything, and it just makes people not take you seriously. But also, people don't understand, to a degree, why artists are upset. And those who do understand don't care. So what good does being loud and angry about it do, right? The only thing that happens is that innocent people get caught in the crossfire. So, as an artist, AI art, it makes me sad. Like, it saddens me a bit. Like, I do feel a little bit of like, oh, I am being replaced. And that feeling will never go away. But I have kind of outgrown wanting to burn down everybody's house over it. There's no reason to do that shit. That's stupid. Odalyn, thank you for coming in. Yeah, 50K. It's kind of crazy. It's because of Nero, huh? No. Though Nero definitely recently kind of helped me actualize how I would vocalize my feelings, if that makes sense. Now, is your disdain towards AI art specific or generalized? It's mixed. Like, disdain towards AI art is more palpable because it affects me directly. But towards AI coding and AI music production, those things I also don't like for many of the similar reasons, because a lot of my fellow creatives are losing work. And they're being mocked, or they're being kind of, you know, made fun of, or being taken less seriously, or they're just, you know, losing jobs, or it just makes them also sad for the same reason it makes me sad. But I am also going to not call for their death or destruction, not like I would have at the start. I'm at the point where I have to try and sit and think about, okay, well, what is next? We are long past the point where any of that, like, can be changed. So what is next? So yeah. And not to mention all the groks, is that real? Okay, that's fucking irritating. Okay, that's stupid shit. I hate it. Like, not because it's AI, but because it's like spam. It's like, grok, is this real? It's funnier to say chat, is this real? Because that implies that there's like a horde of people watching, nodding their head in silent agreement or shaking their head. If it's grok, it's just like AI. I will say the grok versus neuro fight on Twitter was very funny to me. I admire the flexibility of your stances. If you are not flexible, then you have truly become too old. When the moment you stop being able to reconsider your stances on things is the moment where you genuinely can no longer connect to people your age or younger. You are very stuck in your ways. And I think that's a sad way to live. I will be young until I can no longer change my mind. All right, let me catch up on Supas. Midas goes binted. A boat goes binted. Bomy's binted? I love Bomy so much, man. When she reached her goals today, literally, I was like actually jumping and screaming with excitement. Do you know how long she's been wanting to do a 3D concert? Like, I don't have an idol dream. I don't have that desire to be on stage and dance and sing like she does, but I know what it means for her. And so seeing her get it, it was like watching a child open like a toy machine gun on Christmas. Like, the excitement was so palpable. Like, is this what it's like to be a proud parent? Because I'm so happy for her. And now I'm at 50K. Like, today has been such a good day. The way that donut subathons go, the more stretch goal rewards you have beyond the initial idea, Rococo, the more people are willing to donate. What ideas do you got for that? When will it happen? So I plan to have it happen after the 50K video goes up, and the 50K video should take 1 or 2 days to film, and I'm hoping to have it up before Wednesday next week. If it's up before Wednesday, subathon will start next week on Wednesday. That's the plan. But more cohesive plans will be spoken to on Twitter. Juan, thank you for the GTQ777. She told me from before how she got from being pigeonholed into say. Oh, oops, your message left. Would say, I'm happy to see her get what she wants and to have helped her reach it. It's a different feeling when somebody that you love, and I mean love in a homie friend way, but it's a different feeling when somebody that you love and cherish has something good happen to them. You know, like, this is why I could never understand the Cinders of the world. Like, genuinely, like, when I saw the Cinder story, all I could think of is if somebody in, like, my friend group did that, like, let's say if I had done that shit to Bomi or Pixie, how would I be able to fucking sleep at night? Because their successes are my successes, not because I make a bunch of money from them doing shit, but because somebody I care about is having a good time. So, like, I don't know. I feel like, nah. I could never understand Cinder. I could never forgive Cinder, honestly, if I was in that group. Congrats on the 50K. Thank you. Axayactyl. It's almost like axolotl. Thank you for the 100 MX. Why do I think you played Hatred? Because I absolutely want to, but I haven't yet. Lacking empathy is very hard to conceptualize. I mean, yes and no. I mean, you can lack empathy, but still do good things on purpose for your own benefit. Like, my sister, my older sister, the one that married the guy that I ended up being like, okay, you know what? I can poison you at family gatherings. I'm okay with you. My older sister's a psychopath, like diagnosed. She has a very, very hard time empathizing with other people. She does not feel emotions in the same way that everyone else in my family does. But she makes active choices every day and has kind of trained an empathy of sorts. Like, no. At that point, you can choose who you decide to be. It doesn't matter what you feel. Like, my sister feels nothing. I feel way too much. I hate to be cringe and be like, hey guys, this is Borderline Personality Awareness Month. But, like, I have diagnosed BPD. Have had it for a very long time. And just like how my sister feels nothing, I feel absolutely everything. But we can both make these conscious choices to not destroy other fucking people. Because that is not, like, that's not something that is a gut instinct thing to do. That is an active decision that every person can do. Have you seen Chris Redfield shaking hands with the president yet? I don't know who Chris Redfield is, and I don't keep track of American politics. I'm Canadian. Low frontal lobe development activities, not gonna lie, that's crazy. Lurk. Hey, Yu. Oh, we got a raid. Hey, Yu. Hope that your stream went well. Sorry, I was catching up on YouTube Supas. Yeah, you can be nice simply because a net positive nets you a positive. Everyone that knows things that can be leaked. So why create anything leak worthy? Exactly, Nanashi. Exactly. It went well playing the quarry. Ah. Song of the Sweet. Do I see Super Cool Midas? I am always Super Cool Midas. Welcome to my 50k subscriber celebration, I guess. It happened on broadcast accidentally. So we're celebrating. Congrats on reaching the goal. Also, Greed, a dragon that always covets everything and burns everything it cannot get. I thought Greed was the sexy character from Full Metal Alchemist. Thank you for the 20. Mara Manasa. New raid? Third raid today. New record? No, not a record yet, but we're getting there. Wait, Midas not a gamer? Blasphemy! Heresy! Someone get this girl Starfucks. Don't you dare touch me with that kind of pedestrian stuff. This is the first time chat, so hello, Midas in chat. Hello, Cronchulus. That is a great name. That's very cute. Are you a millennial? Because that seems like a millennial kind of nickname. Can I turn the camera? There we go. Star Fox is good, though. I wouldn't know. I'm not a gamer. All right. Not the furry gateway game. Ah, so this was a psyop. You guys want to make me a fucking furry? You guys will never make me a fucking furry, I'll tell you that. You will never make me a furry. I do have a canon furry design that you guys earned, but that doesn't make me a furry. Are you Gen X, Midas? Actually, no, I'm Gen Z. Bacon or no games? Your mother on a silver platter. Buff Pup says otherwise. Eh. I think you'd like Silent Hill. Maybe. I've seen lots of Let's Plays of it. You paid for a fursona. I paid to get scammed. out of a fursona. Yes, I got paid to be scammed via fursona. Yeah, I got scammed. Because you guys, I promised it to you guys. I remember that. Turn Midas to Ara type of Onesan. I don't want to step on Ayumi's toes. No, Ayumi is the Onesan. We're the same age? I'm 20, wait, what year is it? I'm 26. Okra, thank you for becoming a duder. How are you Gen Z if you're 30? I'm almost 30. I'm not 30 yet, bitch. I gotta turn this music up. This fucks.
Every demographic, men 18 to 30, college educated, women over 40, suicidal poets, fat Midwestern fathers, kids with diabetes, Pentecostal preachers, mothers under 20, interracial couples, atheist professors, government employees.
I wonder how much you look like your OC. Well, I hate to break it to you, but I don't have golden eyeballs. I will say, though, that I like to dress like this in real life. So clothing-wise, it's pretty spot on. Facial structure, my eyes aren't quite this big. And I don't have a mole on my cheek, but I do have one on my neck. And I do have one on my thigh. What song is this? It's Redesign Your Logo by Lemon Demon. Actually, I don't have golden eyeballs. I actually have silver eyeballs in real life. Unironically. Like, take everything that's gold here and swap it for, like, gray or silver, and that's basically exactly what I am. Eye reveal? You guys like my thigh? You like my thigh? I commissioned it to look that way. I'm so excited to start saving for my own Rococo suit. Yummers. Don't ever say yummers again, Lucid. So, for 50K, I got shit brown eyes. You've got brown velvet. Huh? You've got autumn fall leaf eyes. You've got warm coffee eyes. You've got soft teddy bear eyes. Brown eyes have a lot of variety too, because there's hazel, there's warm brown, there's brown with like a gold ring in the middle. There's black eyes. I like to compare black eyes actually to the ocean at night, which sounds weird, but hear me out. When you look over the ocean and you see like silvery reflections rippling over the water itself is black. It's very deep and mysterious. You don't know what goes beneath the surface, but you can see hits of light on the reflection. And there's a mysterious beauty to it. And I think really dark brown, black eyes kind of are the same, you know? Can't really see where the sclera and the iris, I mean, not the sclera, the iris and the pupil separate. But, you know, black eyes are typically kind of enchanting and a little spooky. Everyone I know has gray eyes, but except for my sister-in-law from the Philippines, who I hate. I hate my sister-in-law from the Philippines, but I love the Pinoys who watch me. Talking about you, Joe. Joe! Can you do an armpit fart into the mic? What kind of sick, twisted fuck are you? All right. I think I seem I seem to have promised you guys the very rare once in a lifetime occasion of me reacting to something. So why don't we go crack open YouTube? Actually, wait. I'll do one more quick perusal of the comments section. Happy 50K, you stinky gremlin. I love you, proud of you. Umi! I love you, Umi. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the 2. You don't need to give me 2. No, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Umi. I'm gonna pick you up and shake you. You won't even see it coming. And 4 years till I add you to the hag bag with Dizzy and Cleo. Red hair across, thank you for the 2, but I despise that you're adding me to a hag bag. The only thing you're gonna hag on are the nuts I'm shoving down your throat. All right, so we're doing a once in a lifetime thing where I will be watching a video on broadcast. We will react to one of my oldest shorts, because why not? It's 50K. Rarity for you. Oh god, I gotta scroll all the way back. There's the very first iteration of the Vroid. Just pulling it out. Okay. McDonald's. This one was about McDonald's. Okay. No. There we go. Let me just separate this real quick. Put this in another tab. Window capture. Oh. No more white Midas for you guys. You get a chromed out Midas. Let's put on the background music while I figure this out real quick. Filters. Color key. I stand by everything I said here. Ignore the fact that I may be going to McDonald's tomorrow. Turn up the volume. The McDonald's collab is living proof that we didn't gatekeep anime hard enough, and now all the fucking normies will just eat anything if there's a cute creature on top of their bag of processed slop. I'm normies. It's disgusting. Yeah? We used to have pride as a community. No, we didn't. Cringe, but, you know, we could actually enjoy what we had. It was of some quality. Now it's all watered down garbage for the masses to consume from their feed bins. Yes, come get your corporate slop, everybody. Come on, come on. I know you want it. Fuck you guys. I sound a lot more tired there, but I wasn't. I was just sad. So, context, the first series of shorts I ever did on YouTube, which was like on the Midas YouTube anyway, I did a batch of like, well, I did a fuck ton of them, and I uploaded them all at once, and I let it like staggered them so I wouldn't get flagged as spam. And all of them, I was kind of just, I was losing it. I was genuinely losing my mind. Oh, why won't anybody give my content a chance? I work so hard on it. I put so much effort into it. I spend hours on this video. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to watch you because you're boring. If I click on your video and the first 20 seconds you haven't captured my interest, I'm going to go away. If I click onto your stream and there's dead silence for a minute and a half, I'm going to scroll away. Be interesting and people will actually care about what you do. If you're not interesting, not trying to be interesting, why the fuck are you complaining when nobody wants to stick around? Basically, I was just saying shit that I was wanting to say to myself, right? Again, this broadcasting channel started out as a diary. It still, to this day, to a degree, is kind of a diary. But, like, this was therapy for me, right? Made me feel better. Oh, whoops, skipped one. You know, just by the way some of you interact online, I can tell that you're currently being raised on fucking iPads because you've got no sense of media literacy. You cannot tell right from wrong. You can't see any nuance in any discussion. Everything is exactly as it's written, and there is no possibility that anything could mean anything else. You can't take sarcasm. You're all just really fucking stupid, and I actually hope all of you die. Because I don't think anything's gonna get better. Not for you, anyway. Like, I actually don't want you here. You know, just by the way some of you... So, this one made some children very upset. The children didn't like that I said I hate all children. Let's go back to oldest. Now, this one at 54 views is the one that actually exploded for the first time. This is what caught algorithm. And this was many people's very first exposure to me. From there, we'll go to my first major YouTube video here. But, oh my god. I'm actually embarrassed to click this one. But for those who were not here from 10K, this is how a lot of people knew me. Just because I like Hatsune Miku, it doesn't make me fucking autistic. I've been told multiple times that because I like Hatsune Miku and because I like listening to Lemon Demon, that I have autism. And then I'm given autism tests to test if I'm autistic. And then they meme on me because I score high on those autism tests. But here's the thing, you don't have to have autism to score high on an autism test. You just have to have a mental disorder that is somewhat adjacent. And there's nothing wrong with people who have autism. But things get very tricky once you start diagnosing people who don't have autism with autism. And the incredible infantilization of people with autism just makes it that much more abhorrent and awful to deal with. I'm not autistic. Just... Anyway, so 54,000 views later, and all of the comments were like, sounds like something someone with autism would say. And it's just like, all right, put the fries in the bag, bro. So I won't go through... I might go through... I might pick 2 more shorts, and then that'll be it for that, because I really think that this is a cringe thing to do, to rewatch old content. Honestly, I'm even watching these, I don't disagree with anything I said. Any of these things. Like, all of them said with full earnestness, full chest. Don't take back any of them. At least not right now, anyway. I want you to know that that autism video was Ayumi One-san's fault, because she kept trying to tell me that she thought I was autistic. And I was her roommate at the time, so... like, every little thing, she'd be like, oh, yeah, no, that's, you know, that reaction you're having, that's an autistic trait. And it's like, Yumi, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And then I would be like, and this was back when I first met Evanito. I would message him and I'd be like, so, can you believe that she's saying this to me? And bro went, no, you're very autistic. I got very angry at him, and I was like, you know what, fuck you. I'll take an autism test right now. And then I, like, unfortunately, I passed, and he wouldn't shut up for, like, a week. I stopped talking to him after that for a very long time. Let's see. Oh, the milk made me mentally ill video is a good one. In the 90s and early 2000s, they pumped all of the cows up north here with a bunch of hormones, like I think it was estrogen, to make them produce milk faster and in greater volume, and it worked. They were able to sell a fuck ton of milk very cheap, and they had such a surplus of milk, they even made a ton of campaigns advertising for kids to drink it. It was in all the schools, free milk programs, all that. They were pushing milk as hard as humanely possible. There is some health benefits to some solid, good, clean, wholesome milk. The thing is because they made those cows highly chemicalized, that actually affected the milk. So a fuck ton of kids, myself included, had this highly processed milk with extra hormones in it, and we all hit puberty really early, and it fucked with our hormones. I genuinely think that it caused a lot of damage, and that's why a lot of people in their 20s right now, and a little bit younger and a little bit older, are fucked. And even though, like, the government pushed it, I don't think they pushed it to purposely chemically make us retarded. They pushed it because they were trying to make money. In the 90s and early 2000s, they pumped all of the cows. Anyway, this was the one that gave me the title of conspiracy theorist, and people started calling me a glowy. Now, some people were very openly trying to tell me that my facts were wrong. To this day, I don't know what is and isn't the truth, but all I know is how I experienced life. But yeah, after that, people were like, oh my god, what are you, fucking fed? To which I went, whoa, wait, that's a great branding idea. And so I look like this now. So yeah, the point of showing you that wasn't to make you change your mind about anything, but to let you know that it's that's the thing. From there, we made many shorts. This video is going to be funny in a month. Anyway, I'm not playing any more of that because it's got copyrighted audio. From there, I went, I'm actually starting to gain traction. I can't use this outfit because I bought it off Booth. And so I made the actual final kind of version of the design with the tie. And then we kept going. And we went and we went and we went. And we went. I made a lot of fucking shorts. And here we debuted the model. And when we debuted the model, that is when I started my very first broadcast. And then I kept going. I've got too many shorts. But I'll be fucked if they weren't fun to make. And then we had the era of the syndicate start. Like, if we're going down memory lane, might as well. Now, interesting bit. Oldest video. I don't remember. What was my oldest video here? Stop woobifying mental illness. This one was a two-parter. VTubing is incest. Game sponsorships are cancer. Modern purity culture is weird as fuck. From an unsuccessful VTuber to new VTubers. Circumcision ASMR for 3K. All religions should be parodied. You'll own nothing and be happy. Oh, there's so much. Here we go. And here was where I hit my next big video, which was smashing a window in a bunny suit for my 16,000 sub special. This one blew up, and a lot of you met me through this one. After this, I'll do most popular video. So I was gifted a crowbar and a window. Hold on. I gotta fix the crop. Let's do 100. Okay. So this video, I had just received gifts on Throne. If you want to give me a gift on Throne, I guess, my rule was that I am very seldom, if not typically almost never, allowed to add things to Throne myself. I only can accept suggestions from other people because then I don't feel guilty about getting gifts because it's a surprise. Recently, I've been doing a little bit better on that, but like I was scared, right, to accept gifts from Throne. I mentioned in a short that I wanted to hit a window with a crowbar offhandedly, and somebody gifted me a window and a crowbar on Throne because of it. So I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? And I'm like, wait, somebody also recently gifted me a bunny suit, of which I didn't ask for, but I got anyway. And I'm like, I know what I can do. Oh, thank you guys. crowbar in a window specifically because I mentioned that I wanted to break a window with a crowbar.
Thank you,
I was also
Midas.
gifted a bunny suit.
Yes.
Now, there's only one logical thing that you can do when you are gifted a crowbar and a window and a bunny suit.
Mm-hmm.
However, in my great plan to do this, I was thwarted. When the window arrived on the family doorstep, my mother went out to greet it with a sunshine in her eyes and a song in her heart. She was absolutely in love with this window. It was like Christmas for her. I was the bad guy when I said, oh, I'm sorry, a stranger on the internet that bought that for me to break with a crowbar that came up like a week and a half ago. You thought that I told her that I had just shot and killed her childhood best friend or something.
You're not sure how Bunny Suit enters into this? You'll see in just a second.
Because I had to source another window, and I managed to get 2 windows. But for the purpose of this video, I'm only smashing 1 window. After I procured window number 2, I decided, all right, I need to kind of spruce it up. I need to make this a bit of an event, because any loser can throw on a bunny suit and have a crowbar and smash a window. I need to have a little bit of presentation, and so I made a bunny mask to go with the bunny suit. It looks really cool. Okay, it looks really cool.
I think the funniest bit of lore about this video
this is what you guys paid
is
me
yet
to
to come.
Here you go.
So, the funny secret behind that video is that my younger sister had just come back from tree planting camp, and I've talked about this openly on broadcast multiple times. This isn't a secret anymore, but new people might not have seen this bit of lore before. And she saw me setting up for this video, and I was very self-conscious. Very self-conscious, because at that point, I was still a little fat. And you know how people fucking shred VTubers who have weight on them, right? So I went, hey, Sisyphus, can you put on this bunny suit and I will direct you. I want you to swing your arm like this. I want you to do that. And so that was my baby sister. And for a very long time, everybody was like, oh my God, Midas is secretly like so buff and so thin and sexy and short. What the fuck? And the whole time I'm sitting there like, I wish. I'm a fat, ugly fuck. No, but since then I've been incentivized to work out so that I can actually match that for off Kai. Very proud of my younger sister. And you know what? She was so excited to be able to break shit with a crow. I have a story about Sisyphus. So, actually, let's look for the most popular. The female hidden privilege that people pretend doesn't exist. I'm not going to play the entirety of this one because it's 5 minutes, but I'll open it.
There's a misalignment between the
This one I filmed, I think, around Halloween. I don't remember. But this one also got me in a little bit of trouble. Now, I was on a walk with my little sister a few nights ago. She had just come back from tree planting, and we were going to 7-Eleven to get some, like, energy drinks. And we are walking past a Jehovah's Witness facility that was converted into a preschool. And it was like midnight, we're walking, and she stops and she looks at me and she gives me like the sinister look. And she goes, you know they don't lock their doors at night, right? And I was like, the fuck does that mean? And she's like, oh, they don't. And I'm like, how do you know this? What did you do to the preschool? And she's just like, okay. Hear me out. You remember my collection of 1984? Now, my younger sister likes to collect things. This is the one that likes to do taxidermy as a hobby. She also collects like medical textbooks because she likes to study the diagrams and do like artwork based off of it. And she likes to collect different versions of books. She likes to collect a lot of like she has a collection of Brothers Karamazov. She has Crime and Punishments, and she has 1984s. She had like 12 1984s of different various print quality. Now, when I asked her what were you doing in a preschool, she broke into the preschool one night, and she had taken all of her copies of 1984 and she had distributed it. She just fucking put them everywhere, and then she quietly left, and she made no mess. She just I guess one day, just in the community, some preschool attendant showed up and there was copies in 1984 everywhere. The issue with this is that my face and her face look identical. Like, we physically look identical except for body shape because I'm a little bit taller and I was a little bit fatter, but I've actually been losing a lot of weight because I've been working out because vinyl is such a good fucking encouragement. Vinyl is my strongest duder, by the way. So my face and her face look the same. And she immediately left town to go back to tree planting and then to go to university. So if there was any security cameras that caught her breaking into a preschool and leaving copies of 1984 around like a weird reverse tooth fairy, they probably thought it was me because I have to walk past that building every time I want to get groceries. So there is a non-zero chance that people in my community think that I broke into the preschool and just dropped off copies of 1984 one night randomly. I love my little sister, but holy fuck. Oh, that pissed me off when I found that out. Chubby Midas awakens the architect in me, to be honest. I am far less fat than I was before. At the time of recording the crowbar video, I'm gonna be honest, I was gonna like fucking cry. Like, I was like, I need to make this video, but I know people are going to make fun of me. Like, there's no way. I have seen what 4chan does to people, like how they tear people down. Just forums in general, people like there was a term like if it was bad, right? And I really wanted to lose the weight. And my community has encouraged me to work out more, to eat better. I mean, I got sick and then I lost weight for that too. But at the time, I was like 170, 180 pounds. I was close to my highest weight. And that did not distribute well on me. Currently, I am down to 150. $145. I have to double check. I need to weigh in again. But been putting on muscle, dropping fat. And my goal is that I want to be in the 30s by off-Kai. At that point, I'll be physically indistinguishable from my little sister. Why do IRL stuff at all? Because I say this wholeheartedly. While I use a VTuber model, I am a YouTuber first. I cover my head and my face because I do like the fantasy of VTubing, but Midas came along after years and years of trying to do true VTubing. Right? Like, true VTubing. Like I was a character, I had full story, there was never like IRL anything, no body, no hands, nothing. And it didn't resonate, right? And it was like, well, I'm trying to appeal to a VTuber audience at that point. And it's just like, for Midas, I've stopped trying to appeal to an audience. And instead, I'm just making stuff that I know I would like to watch. And if I would like to watch it, then people like me will like to watch it. That's the theory, right? Yeah. So that's why there's some flesh posting and some non-flesh posting. It's because I want to be a YouTuber. I want to bring back the era of like dumb shitty skit videos. That's why there was a whole video where I pretended to kill and eat my rabbit only to find out that my rabbit was actually helping me cook, right? Like if I wanted to appeal to VTuber fans, I know what VTuber fans like, but I'm not trying to appeal to VTuber fans. I'm trying to appeal to the fans of the type of stuff that I like, the stuff that I'm good at, the stuff that I can do. I shouldn't. Yeah, no. And there are unspoken rules for a reason. But I like to think that I fit more solidly on the YouTuber side of the community than the VTuber side of the community. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. If I could be a good VTuber, I would be one in a heartbeat. And once the opportunity arises, I mean, I love kayfabe more than anything in the world. I tried kayfabing for literal years, and there was a part of it that just didn't click. But learning what about my personality people like, maybe if I tried kayfabe again one day, it would be more successful, and I could do true VTubing, and I wouldn't be doing a ton of, like, flesh posting, right? I'm glad I randomly woke up and found this stream. I'm glad that you did too. Good night, Fred. And thank you, Ayanami, for becoming a legendary duder. What's kayfabe? Kayfabe is character acting. It's when you commit to the bit, so to speak. I like your unhinged takes, but honestly, I was hooked in by your model design and rig. So, interestingly enough, my model art, so the way that my model looks visually, I designed it. I drew it. Oh, and I'm covering myself. So, the way that this looks is my art style. I went to art school, I got the degree, I draw, I animate, I do live 2D. I made this design. But the model itself, I had Win, my model artist. I commissioned them to basically style copy my model, my artwork. So it was a collaborative effort. Initially, actually, it wasn't even going to be this art style. I actually had commissioned a Chinese artist with a beautiful style that I loved to make me a reference sheet that I could, that we could style clone and turn into a 3D model. But they gave me fucking garbage, and I ran out of time, and I had to look for a new model artist because we ran out of time, and I had like 24 hours to make the 3D model sheet, so I had to just do it myself like I always fucking do with everything else. But it turned out all right. Let's open chat, catch up on. Now I'll put on some background sound. Yaso Vance, thank you for the 5. I was saying this growing up for years. Everyone thought I was stupid for believing it. Why does the 13-year-old look like they're 18? Hashtag Midas was right. That's for the milk, wasn't it? W Chinese artist. Fuck you. I was so excited. I was literally so excited. I was showing, like, that artist's artwork. Like, not the final model, because obviously I didn't get it properly. But their other artwork that they had as references to all of my friends. I'm like, oh my god, I secured this artist. And they were, like, almost affordable. And it's just like, this is the timeline. Oh my god, this is going to be the next big thing for me. And I'm over the moon. I'm so lucky. And then they fucked me over. Even if we saw you in real life, it wouldn't change a thing. You're still Midas. Wait, did we watch the video? Oh, no, that last video, I just pulled it up as an example, but that's a 5-minute long video, so that one we did not. Now we're just chatting. Bye, Blood Puma. If you always do it yourself and it's fine, why make others do it in the first place? Because it gets very exhausting doing it all yourself. quite genuinely. For years in VTubing, I made my overlays, I made my my emotes, I made the transition animation screens, I made my live 2D models, I made my 3D models, I designed my models, I made all of my artwork, starting soon screens, animations, music videos. I mixed my audio, I did everything myself. And I was getting better at them, but when you do every single detail yourself, you lose the ability to make things, if that makes sense. Like, if I was making every single Midas asset and I wasn't getting help from other people, I would not even be able to do a once-a-week broadcast. Straight up. Like, it was getting to that point in my past VTuber identity where I just couldn't stream anymore. I couldn't broadcast because I was too busy making assets so that I could broadcast. So it was like, okay, I'm tired of this. And so when I was, you can see why I was so excited to finally have somebody else do the art for once. Because it's like, finally, I don't have to do the labor. What art did you do in college? I do character illustration and design. Yeah. Climbing a mountain and I didn't know where I was, so I asked him nearby shepherd. He showed me Midas's VTuber model and immediately knew that I was at the peak. That's very cute. Like the expression? Does sound like a good way to burn out. Oh yeah. Midas is still low-key rigging new things. I mean, hey, what can I say? Constantly rigging live 2D models. Constantly. I'm re-rigging Bomi's model, and Bomi has like a 1.0 upgrade with like new clothing and whatever. So there's that. First video I ever watched was the Milestones Before 30 clip, and I thought it was nice to hear a VTuber express the struggles of severe mental illness, mild mental illness. Good vibes. I'm glad. I'm glad. When I speak to those issues, it's not because I want to cast a wide net to be as relatable as possible to as many people. It's more so because I'm sitting there and I'm fermenting on this idea in my own mind when I'm trying to sleep. And it's like, well, people like it when I ferment, so I will ferment at their direction. Yes. The truth is the game was rigged from the start. I need to play more of Fallout. Yes. For some reason, I can't have like half those VTubers with debut pending. Maybe on that hypothetical situation you just explained would explain a lot. Yes, Mito Tem. Genuinely, Midas could not be what it is today without you guys. I could not be at 50K. I could not have this model without you guys because I cannot make this model. This model cost me the price of a cheap car. Even though I designed it, the 3D model itself, and then getting the Warudo setup, getting the rigging the way I like it, all that was very expensive. And it was only done because you guys helped. You guys contributed, and you guys made it a reality. Like, I genuinely do feel bad for every small VTuber out there because I know exactly what they're going through because I went through it for 4.5 years. I went through it for 4.5 years. And it wasn't for a lack of trying. I tried to make as much content as I could, but I couldn't make a lot because I was going through university trying to get my degree. And I just was so busy making the assets to make the content that I never made content. So, anyway, have a good sleep, Adeline. Watched your video, I thought you were a really giggly animation, and I was surprised that you were someone with a really good view rate, and I was like, oh my god, this is peak A1. Thank you. Granny, where's the 50K circumcision ASMR? Thank you for the 2 Tommy Brooklyn. And, oh, check your foreskin. Check your foreskin. May I hug you? Voodoo-gami? Just this once. You are my little... Oh, hold on. You are my medium-sized pog champ. Get over here, you scamp. You only get one of these, you fucking scamp. There you go. There are 5 other VTubers I watched that had the same problem with bad artists. Contracts need to become standard. FYPM. Tank, thank you for the 5. Yes and no. It's difficult. A lot of it is a personality thing, and a lot of it is a small VTuber thing. And a lot of times, I will say, there are times where artists, if they have to sign a contract, they will upcharge you. Because typically contracts are reserved for big scale costs or for companies. And if you are a company and you have a contract, usually fees can double or triple. It's a difficult dance. Would you recommend going to art college, art school? Fuck no. Fuck no. 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 Unless you can guarantee that you're going there to make connections in the industry, which I failed to do because I was scared of ever talking to anyone or attending any of their weird sex cult parties. Not worth it because they don't teach you anything. Like, you go to art classes to learn how to paint, and instead of assuming that you know the basics and teaching you interesting new techniques, they just teach you the basics again. And while it's good to review the basics, university level courses shouldn't only be the basics. In my experience, it was just not a worthwhile investment. Got rejected from art school today, feeling like invading Poland. Thick Pikachu. If you see any dancing cows when you're over there, let me know. At least you can get laid, Midas. Okay, we got a cheeky asshole in chat, I see. We got a cheeky asshole in chat. At least you can get laid, Midas. When I do, I'll let you know. When I get laid, chat will probably be the first ones to know. If I ever have sex, I will probably live tweet it. Also, my hand tracking just died, so you're gonna have something that looks kind of like this for the rest of this broadcast. I'm laying on the stairs. Actually, what does it look like? Where are my fucking shoes? All right, everybody. Por favor, give me a moment while I fix my Michael Jacksoning. Well, let's move to another location. Let me take you to a secondary. What are you doing? Secondary location. There we go. Yeah, this works. Is this in VR chat? No, Doki. It's in Warudo. If I were to get a penny for any virgin VTuber I had, I will have $1 probably. Here's the thing. A lot of people say they're virgins, and they're not. Unfortunately, that is not the case with me. I'm very sad and pathetic. If it was a grift for me, then it wouldn't have been said at the very beginning as part of my mental breakdown shorts. First short of yours I saw of yours probably 5K, under 5K, brag. I thought it was different and a breath of fresh air. Might have mentioned it at all, but it must be weird that this channel popped off. I genuinely was so upset that I was crying. Like, I was mad. I was angry that this channel blew up and not the one I had spent years putting effort into. But I got better. I learned. I understood that it wasn't a personal thing. It was, well, I was finally making content. Whereas before I was wanting to make content. No, I hate being successful. Wah. No, it was more like, oh, nobody likes the things that I put a lot of effort into. Wah. That's what it was. Can you buy words per minute? Huh. Gotta thank YouTube's algorithm for your success. Honestly, yeah, it's a bit wild. It is what it is. I honestly, while it's algorithm, I also genuinely think that 100%, I'm more inclined to think it's the community that made me blow up the way I did. While the algorithm is like technically, theoretically, the thing that made me blow up. Hold on, let me just, can I reset my tracking real quick? Okay. All of my very successful videos were, if I go into my back end, were because people were sharing them, specifically on Twitter and Discord, and in their backroom, chat room, whatever. Because I can see a breakdown in the back of where my viewership comes from, and whenever a video would blow up, it was because early on, a lot of people were copying like a link to it and sending it to a friend of theirs to show somebody. So they were probably making fun of me with their friends. But basically, if you want to grow as a VTuber, that's like one way to make the algorithm really love you, is to share the video with people you care about, right? And that's why a lot of my hot takes end up kind of going every kind of which way, because people disagree with me and they show it to other people. So yes, it was the YouTube algorithm, but more than that, it was you guys. What does Warudo use for tracking? You can use all sorts of things, but I'm using my iPhone and I'm using iFacial mocap. Now, let me make sure that I'm not abandoning my poor people on Twitch. Johnny, thank you for the 45 bits. I'm sorry. I got lost in the sauce, Johnny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Not a lot of people following today, which is crazy. You, thank you for the 100 bits, though. More shiny rocks from Midas. Thank you for being a friend. Oh, I'm so proud of how far you've come since we first met. Much love to you. Much love to you. Yeah, I'm used to it. Oh, Furnace, hush you. Holy cannoli, I got 21k channel points. What are you going to do with those points? Huh? It's been 87 years since you looked over here. Where are my Twitch peeps at? All the poor people on Twitch that can't use their points. Oh, the horror. Pretty lady. Hello, Greg the Egger. Greg the Egger. It's me. Midas. I'm nothing, because you don't give us anything. I told you, YouTube is my favorite child. Though you are still my child, so I must feed you once in a while. If anything, Twitch, you just get the true YouTube experience, because YouTubers, like, YouTube chat doesn't have points that they can use to redeem for things. If anything, I've leveled the playing field for you. Yo, Mountain Dew Midas. This is why I like Sapphies more. To be fair, I love Sappy. I love Sapphies more, too. God, I just hope I haven't missed anything. Oh, hold on. Let me snooze an ad break. Green. Midas is the mom and Twitch chat is Andy and Laylee. The f does that mean? But there's nothing to use points on. Exactly, Meadowtam. Just like on YouTube. You see, I'm all about treating my children equally. Thank you, KL Scato, for subbing with Prime. Are you East Coast or West Coast Canadian? Never eat. Try to. I'm West Coast. Which really doesn't narrow it down at all for you guys. How many colors does Midas have? I've currently got a red. Okay, on my models, I've got pink, green, and yellow. And one day I will have a blue one set up. But altogether, I've got blue, green, red, yellow, orange, and red, purple, and black. So that's 8 colors of Midas. What if YouTube chat and Twitch chat kissed? What's the first thing you think of when you see your green color? I think, oh my god, I hope one day somebody actually takes a clip of me when I'm in my green model and then chroma keys me out with a stupid fucking meme. That is genuinely all I ever want out of whenever I use this model. It's a good meme. Do you often have nightmares? Yes, I do. Do you have French-Canadian blood in your veins? No. No. No, all of my family's heritage is very painfully European. I'm like 50% Ukrainian. 50% Ukrainian and then a mishmash of other shit. But also in Canada, there's a lot of Ukrainian communities, and so I have been socialized Ukrainian. Now, what does that mean? That means I have a lot of people that I know in my life who are fresh off the boat from Ukraine, and some that are just trying to keep traditions alive. And so I grew up with a lot of like Ukrainian kind of food and holidays and all that. I can understand when people speak Ukrainian to me, but I cannot read nor write it, and I cannot conjugate it, but I can sing it very well. My family members like to, they've actually put in the effort to learn it, but I have not, because that is a waste of time to me. Congrats on 50K, but can you explain why you came in some soup? I genuinely can't get that out of my head. I'm not explaining nothing to you. Ukrainian cover when? I mean, I've sang like little bits of Ukrainian, but all the Ukrainian shit I know is like church music. Do you really want to listen to me sing like No Hayalita, which is God grant you many years, which is the equivalent of Ukrainian happy birthday? That's cool. I'm in Ukraine right now. Oh, excellent. Are you in among the rubble or are you amongst the fighting crew? I could do the fancy Mno Hayalita, or I could do the regular Mno Hayalita. I'll do a regular No Hayalita. For all of the for everyone in chat that's celebrating a birthday, name day, anniversary, or anything of the sort. Mno Hayalita, Lita, Mno Hayalita, Mno Hayalita, Lita, Mno Hayalita, Vos trovie, vos posenie, sot vore, ospode, Mno Hayalita. And my voice is kind of pitchy right now. There, now green. Now chroma my green out and make it the Ukrainian flag. That being said, I'm not a nationalist. I'm not like fuck Russia in the ass. Let's anally rape Vladimir Putin. No, like that's not my war. I have roots there, I have heritage there, I have people who are affected by the war, but it's not my war. I'm Canadian. People call me callous, but I do not care that much. Okay? I mean, in general, it would be really funny if we anally raped Vladimir Putin anyway, but that has nothing to do with the Russia-Ukraine conflict. That's just more like, it's funny to abuse world leaders. It's very funny to abuse world leaders, actually. We should round all of the world leaders up and rape them. Just once. As a treat. Because then they'd know how it feels to live in this economy. Her being Canadian means she has negative 20 basedness. Yeah, I have to make up for that somehow. Hmm. And what if they like it? Then they must be secretly Canadian. In Minecraft, right? No. You guys come to this broadcast to hear me say all of the funny, epic words without pretending. That's my big pet peeve with YouTube. For like the last 10 years, is it's gotten more and more child-friendly, despite it not supposed to be, you know, child-friendly. They have a child app for that, but now every app is a child app, right? No, I'm not gonna use bullshit like unalive or grape or sewer slide. No. I'm going to use the full words. I'm going to say fuck. I'm going to say piss, shit, fuck, cum. I'm going to say I will anally rape your father. I'm going to say death to all the people I do not like. I'm going to say murder. I'm going to say kill. I'm going to say suicide. Do you know why? Because I'm not scared of actual language, okay? The infantilization of real life terms doesn't make those terms any less serious. It just makes you sound like you are incapable of physically handling it yourself. And we allowed ourselves to be bullied by platforms like YouTube for way too long into childish censorship. And I refuse to play those games anymore. And you know what? I do get punished for it. Genuinely, YouTube punishes me all the time. Videos I make get demonetized because I say real words. Yeah, Epstein, you give me that 100 emoji. Let's go. Won't you get banned on Twitch or something? I'm not familiar with the rules. Twitch only cares if you're showing tits, ass, thighs, titties, full pussy, full dick. I don't care. Like, Twitch is more about the visible shit, less about the talking shit. Unless you happen to have a Twitch mod that doesn't like you watching your broadcast. Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein, my based Oshi. That's my favorite running gag on this channel. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I can't imagine being somebody that really likes full skin exposure because I would be fucked. Like, I think that having my thighs exposed is already kind of horror-like as it is. Like, I'm basically a naked slut. Like this. Like, it's too much for me, really. But I know that some people have less of a delicate sensibility than me, and they really like showing off all their skin. I think that it's a moot point. There's no reason to do that, because if you show off all your skin, then none of the skin is special to show off later on. So if you have, like, a bikini outfit or special lingerie, it's just like, well, okay, but that's no different from what you usually wear, so I'm not excited. Whereas if it's, like, full coverage like this, the rare instance of nudity is like a Nagasaki-level nuke. You dig? Yeah. So I like to cover up so that there's impact, you know? Anyway. But yeah, on Twitch, that philosophy has accidentally protected me. Because I've never felt compelled to show skin. And so Twitch has never gone, you have titties. Oh, God. You've got titties. A friend told me that you're an Alex Jones VTuber. I'm in confusion still. Okay. I think if you want more ranting or commentary, you are probably somebody that needs to look at the actual videos or the YouTube shorts, because I can see how they would have that idea based off that. I would like to say I am commentary based, but I don't know how I would classify myself these days. Did you know that you have to pay a fuck ton of money to get on Alex Jones's show? By the way, I tried. I did my fucking best. Okay? Because what funnier bit would it be than to actually be on his podcast? But no, that costs an arm and a leg, and it's not funny enough to pay for. Mm-mm. You have to pay. Yeah, you have to pay. And it's not worth it because I don't even like the guy that much. No. While some jokes are worth the money, his career isn't. Penis Chaos 12391. Do it again. Didn't the podcast get bought out by The Onion? Honestly, InfoWars being bought by The Onion is the funniest shit to happen. Penis. Yeah! They're playing penis music in the Twitch chat, everybody. Comdost. Thank you, Comdost, for the true. Thank you, Kami. I don't dislike people that show off their skin. Some of my best friends are, by definition, whores. I would never be one myself. If given an opportunity, I would be one, but I am not one, because I can't be. I am not one myself, but I love and respect my overly sexual friends. Because if I don't, they will kill me. Twitter is a very scary place. Crespin C. Is that, did you just say Jannies? 750 bits for coconut rum? Oh, I'm going to be drinking a lot of coconut rum tomorrow, actually, as part of the 50K celebration video. Yes. Infant, yes, eretic scare. Comdas, you are a beautiful creature. Why would you be interested in being one? Nolian Drakenstrella, because I would love to feel the touch of another human being sexually once in my life, but I know if I have sex once, that makes me a whore. Having sex one time makes you a slut, okay? It makes you a whore. You are a whore if you have a single sex. And I have not sexed yet, so I am not a whore. What avoids you from being a whore, then? My face. My body. My personality. Also, I'm scared of people. I feel like if I had had a proper opportunity to have sex, I would have had it by now. But I've also been very isolated and for a very long time. And I have a severe distrust of other people. Midas learned nothing from Tuesday sex! Shut up. LML got me by the full name. Understood. Also, Noel or Leon is fine. Fair enough. Your body? My body! By the way, the reason that my head looks like a hammer from underneath is because when I designed my reference sheet, I forgot to include ears, and so it looks really funny. Midas never learns. The moment I learn, it's over. Why wouldn't you be scared of the unknown? Always avoids STDs, Midas. Yeah. I mean, that's the one benefit of being perpetually virginal is that I've never been scared of pregnancy or STDs. That's not anything I've ever considered in my life. Never had to. Plenty of folks gonna smash that taiko drum of a face. Oh my god, you're right. Wait, that would go so hard as merch. Holy shit. Thank you, Abracadabra, for the 100. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Midas is definitely a pillow princess. Excuse you, Tommy, Brooklyn. Thank you for the 2. In the world that I have sex, I am 100% a giver, not a taker. I would 100% be a top, in theory. In all of my imaginings, in all of the pornography that I consume, in all of the artwork I draw, I am always a top in every scenario. I cannot imagine physically a world where I would be compatibly a bottom or a submissive. Did you say pillow? Yeah. Yeah. Pillow. Professional sex giver. You got a problem with that, bub? Have you tried sleeping without a pillow? I like sleeping with my pillow. And every guy believes he can last an hour until it happens. Well, you know what? Until I have anything to prove the contrary, this is my reality. What is this Pippa? I'm fucking Canadian! Actually, I learned that me and Pippa are theoretically in the same area of Canada, so that would explain some similar. Again, with the fucking similarities. Like, no. I don't want to talk about Pippa. Not because I don't like Pippa. She is good. I love Pippa, even. I just don't. It just gets uncanny every time. Let's not talk about Pippa. Midas is submissive and greetable. I'm not greetable. I'm sorry, I gotta get back to that taiko drum of a face comment by you, Abra, because that is vile. That is vile. Is this Pippa's alt account? Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be a plot twist? No, if this was Pippa's alt account, I feel like that would have been figured out a long time ago. I'm debating sharing my past life account, honestly, but not anytime soon. We have yet to see them in the same room, though. In another life. She's closing in on Midas's location. Real? Uncanny Valley meets Uncanny Territory. What about absolute territory, huh? Drop your Pinterest, Midas. We need the yaoi art. Excuse you, I have a DeviantArt, not a Pinterest. Fuck you. Ken Ashcorp. Have you not been around? Me and Ken Ashcorp have, like, collabed before. How I met Ken is that he liked a piece of pornography somebody had drawn of Midas, and that was the first time I'd ever seen him. After that, it's just kind of like, he's a silly little guy. Ken is a silly little guy. Silly little goober. Midas wouldn't sure feet Pippa has. I would rather fucking cut my feet off with a blade. Like, raw blade. I would raw dog, saw one, cut my foot off. Like, saw one style. Just saw that shit, hack that shit off. I don't want to look at my feet. There's Midas porn. Not produced by me. There's fan art. I have an NSFW tag, which is fine. I allow NSFW. I don't produce it myself, but who am I to say no to creativity? It's actually really fun to see what you guys come up with. Would you ever sing Pippa the Rippa just to tease Pippa? Nick somebody? No, I would not. I would not. I quite like and respect her, but that gets into grifting territory. I don't... I respect her too much as a content creator to engage with her anymore. Which sounds weird, but you have to look at it from my perspective. When you have so many similarities with another person and there's so much crossover, and hell, even your communities see it and your communities have crossover, the less you interact, the better. Because if you try to engage with the other person on purpose, then it can be very uncomfortable very quickly. Because just... No. No, I don't want her to dislike me because she stumbles across me talking about her or making content about her, because that's not what I want. I don't want to make content about creators. That's not what I do. That's skeevy. That's why I promised I wasn't going to make, I wasn't going to post the finished Neurosama artwork, because I'm not a content creator that makes content about content creators. That's scum shit. There's a difference between a fan clipper who's, you know, promoting their favorite person and a content creator whose whole bit is like, did you guys see what XYZ did today? That's crazy. And what about XYZ? And it's different if you're like really good friends with the person and you collab all the time, because then you're actually talking about a friend. But because I love and respect people like Pippa and people like Neuro and Beetle, I keep my interactions with their communities and just with them to a minimum. If I ever met them and I talked with them, I talk about it, or I talk with them and have a good time. And then maybe there would be more interaction. But before that point, just no. I stand on principle there. Rip Cell, holy... Sky. You leave Celerity out of this. I actually love Celerity. Celerity made a video talking about me ages ago, and I think that falls into a different category, because that was more of like a breakdown of a content trend that they were seeing, less about me as a person. 1000% valid. However, Jerma and Vinny became friends that way via similarities in audience share. I know who Jerma is. I don't know who Vinny is. Oh, Vinny Vine Sauce. Is that what you mean? I'm not into that side of the community, but I'll take your word for it. VTuber Circle Jerk, one might say, content inbreeding on God. Yeah, I literally made a video called VTubing is Incest talking about this. Midas, why is there a chopper over my house? Open wide. Open wide. Here comes the airplane. Here comes the second airplane. The Vincent Vinyl Sauce. There's a fine line between content creator and Keemstar. True. Speaking of self, I'm drawing self-cessed of them right now. You'll draw self-cessed of them, but not me? Wait, you're the VTuber that killed a guy with a frozen water bottle? Hi, Grisha! Welcome, it's 50K. They hit the Pentagon! My VTuber talking about other VTuber content, though. Well, I have great news for you. Every other fucking VTuber out there can provide that for you. Can we get a full documentary on the incestuous nature of content creation. The first time I heard a 9/11 joke, I didn't know that if I wanted to laugh, but then the second joke hit. Ha 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 ha. Congrats on the 50K. Thank you, Jorge Oliviers. Do you like Cinnabon? They're pretty tasty. I quite like Cinnabon. I don't get it very often, but I have lots of experience making cinnamon rolls myself, and so the odd time I do get to have it, it's always nice to compare and contrast. No! I need my Oshi to do it for some reason. I need their opinion on everything so I can form my own opinion. Because I can't think for myself. I think through the lens of other people. Yeah, is that what you meant to say? Beetle Marco, thank you for the 5R. Hi, algorithm brought me here. Greetings from Brazil. Guys, we did it! We found the one in a Brazilian! I'm funny, okay? Some guy, thank you for the 10 members. Can we get a 50K Nikkei collab, Midas? Like, I have that kind of reach. Brazil. Has Mattrel. Thank you for the follow. Shoot her. No, you first, Chaos Cato. VTubing community's incestuous. Tons of VTubers, especially female ones, are going feral for the coffin of Annie and Lele incest moment. You are so right. Me too, What about Joel Varskeletor? I'm not sure who that is. That 9/11 joke crashed and burned. Can we get a boo in chat for that one? That was a real stinker. Did anything come out of the Enigma Sapio anime mobile game? Or no, nothing came out of that. I like the mom better. Well, guess what? You get to see more of my mom after recording tomorrow. Now, the question is how much of her will be on camera? Either 0% of her or she'll pop in once in a while. And if she pops in once in a while, do I have to make a Vroid head for her or a sticker head of her? Kind of like how I made a PNG of Sisyphus and staple it on top of her. I'm gonna have to make her a mom Sona. Gross. This chat ain't big enough for the 200 of us. Have you never heard of inflation? It makes me wonder how many percent of your Watermelon viewers you have, because when you posted your lowest percentage, you didn't show, even though I am from there. I don't know. Going to bed, congrats on the 50K. I'll try and bother you less now that you're a big shot. Prof, no, don't leave me. Don't leave me. These people are strange and they're scaring me. I fear the unknown, Prof Cake, and you're all I know. Have a good night. Tralaleo, tralala. Midas talking about inflation inbound. Inflation as a sex thing? No, that's degenerate and disgusting. Like air pump, gross. Tasteful cumflation, but like only slight bulging? That shit is so good. How did you and Bomi meet? Well, it's a story. So, all the syndicate members met in different ways, and when I was putting together the syndicate, I wanted people with similar work ethic. So Bomi and I had started working on the syndicate project together, and when we put out the audition for Pixie, neither of us had met Pixie. But just to make sure, I still had Bomi technically submit an audition, and if I didn't like what she gave me, she was still going to make assets for the Bomi model, but I would pick another person. But eventually we came to the agreement that, yeah, no, she was a good fit for this particular project, and we had her come on. But how I met Bomi was a couple of years ago, back in my other identity, and we actually met at the Next Stage audition server, because I was auditioning for everything under the sun at that point. And I was in voice calls every so often, trying to figure out the best way to make an audition video. And I met her in one of those voice calls. And we've been good buddies ever since. Nepo hire? Is it a hire if she made the fucking project? If she's not getting paid? Bitch worked her way hard. I am so deeply proud of her. And there was no better pick for that position than her. Just like there was no better pick for Pixie than who was picked as Pixie. I had not met Pixie beforehand, and truthfully, the kind of content that Pixie made beforehand was not content that I consume nor care for. But Pixie had the right energy, and Pixie had the right work ethic, and that was two things that I cared about. And Pixie didn't care about number being 0. Pixie didn't care about potentially failing. And those were all very important things. And all three of us had to have those mindsets, because that was the mindset I approached Midas with. That was the mindset that I said, Bomi, if you're going to be Bomi, this is what's going on. Right? Like, these were all from 0 positions. And I didn't have $1 billion to offer them. I don't have salaries. I don't have guaranteed editors. All I had were assets. Assets and an idea. And I think we did okay. Someone who started, hey, so I saw some videos of you ranting about life and it resonated with me. I think that you're cool as fuck and we would have 100% been IRL friends in a parallel universe. In a parallel universe, if you had met me IRL, you wouldn't have met that version of me, because in real life, I behave very differently because of my circumstances. But I appreciate the idea. I like the idea that somebody would have liked to be friends with me. Can we know what content Pixie has made before? No! That is up for her to decide to tell you. I do not share. Just like, I wouldn't share Bomi's past without her permission. Thanks, Midas, for returning sanity to the world throughout your madness. I have to go sleep. Sleep well, for human. Circumstances. Canadian. Oh my god, we reached to Russia, ladies and gentlemen. Oil up. Yeah. I wanted a group. I wanted community. I wanted matching assets. I wanted people that felt like we were working towards the same goal. And if I couldn't get into an agency, I would do it myself. Now, the syndicate is temporary. Like I said at the beginning, the project would end at the end of June. And it was up to the girls if they wanted to continue it. But after June, I would not be able to facilitate making new assets for them because I would be too busy. But for this period of time, this very special period of time, it's been very nice to have a syndicate family. And my YouTube studio crashed. Actually, that same idea made me like your content because you have the personality of my best friends, and you're the 4th person I know with that kind of personality. Hey. Same mindset as why I became an occasional clipper. Yo, Midas, do you know when your next stream is? Well, I don't have any streams, but I broadcast every Wednesday at this time. 6 p.m. PST. Oh my god, we've been going 3.5 hours. June is such a big deal, it seems. Lots of changes and reveals. I have no fucking idea. None of you have any fucking idea. I actually almost spoiled it on Twitter the other day, but instead I decided to cuck all of you. Will you guys continue to collab? Yes. Yes, I just cannot guarantee that I will be able to be there weekly. The point of the Syndicate was once a week, mostly. Collabs for all of us, guaranteed. But with my stepping back, I'm not leaving it. I'm just going to be less busy with the Syndicate. So next Wednesday, hell yeah. But yeah. Syndicate is not an agency. It will never be an agency because that actually implies legal stuff. Did you know that? an agency, to be a real agency, you have to be a licensed, registered agency in your company. I mean, in your country. No, you can be a group. You can be a unit. And I call my syndicate a unit. But we are not an agency, and we will never be an agency. All of us are independent. We are all indies. We just have a same model, mama. Love your transmissions. Oh, I love that. Would you broadcast in the flesh once you hit a large milestone like 500 or 1,000 subs? I think we're a little bit over 1,000 subs. Broadcast in the flesh? Something tells me I'm not going to hit those goals. 100,000 or 500,000. But probably not. Can your syndicate be considered a business expense at least? Potentially? I don't know. I haven't thought of it. What about a legal agency? Well, then just people won't take you seriously. Remind me of one of my IRL friends online, so I decided to stick around. It's almost uncanny, Lamau. Oh. Boo, jump scare. Welcome back, Vinyl. 100 sub special when? I'm so hyped for Midas to hit 500 subs. Me too. You'll blink and you'll get there when you least expect it. Unless it happens very quickly, I don't see it happening. Keep up the grind, Pen. You're my favorite YouTube cartoon broadcaster right now. Fuck yeah! I like taking that. I like those odds. All right, you know what? I am exhausted. Oh my god, hi, such a cute model. Hi, Toxic 3 tier. Oh my god, hi, such a cute comment. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm bushed, I think. I am ready to hit the second tower. What do you guys think? You hear of Iron Mouse speaking at Congress? I did, and I think that's pretty neat. I don't understand the relevance, not relevance, the significance of it. But I mean, it's good that we're seeing VTubers in important and higher places. So an internet version of amateur actors meeting in a casting lineup. Kind of. Howdy, Papa Bell VT. Howdy. All right, I'm just going to see if I can catch up. Carrotson. Thank you for the raid 23 minutes ago. I'm sorry. I hope you're still here. If you're not, I apologize. But to all those raiders, hello. I didn't ignore you on purpose. I just got lost in the sauce. I think it's her fundraising for immunodeficiency. Why does she want to give people immunodeficiency? One would think that one would think that you would fundraise to protect people from immunodeficiencies or to help them from it. But the fact that Iron Mouse is raising money to give people immunodeficiencies? Oh, I love spreading misinformation. Going to bed, have a good one, Avenged Eightfold. Hey, don't kink shit. Don't kink shame people. The fact that you saying that implies that that implies that Iron Mouse gets sexual gratification off of giving people immunodeficiencies is the funniest fucking sentence I've ever heard. What the fuck? Unironically, we could raid her right now, but I'm not gonna. We could raid Necronivore right now, though. I think on two... Did they just end? Lamau, we're not raiding Necronivore. Or Chronicle. Let's raid Kilokuma. Nope, it looks like... Oh, no, is she not? Okay, she's still going. Okay, good. Unfortunately, she has boobs, so if that scares you, you might want to run away. Good takes. 9/11 jokes. Yes, we make 9/11 jokes. Okay, so on Twitch, we're raiding Kilokuma.
And after I get rid of everybody on Twitch, it's just me and you, YouTube. I'll finish that list, and I'll update Twitter with a picture of the finished punishment wheel. All right. I am killing all of my Twitch chat. Make sure to use raid message, ouch Midas. And tell Kilakuma I say hello, and I'm winding down, and so I'm not there, but I wish her well. Bye, Twitch. All right, we got rid of those bitches, guys. We got rid of my least favorite child. YouTube, come make out with me, YouTube, real quick, while they're not looking. Okay, I'm dying. I'm done. Go away. See you next Wednesday. Or, if you see me earlier, you will be seeing me. Oh, actually, I'll be doing a drunk broadcast with Bomi on Saturday. As a reward, we will be piss drunk to fulfill her donathon goals. So you can look forward to that. And I'm abandoning you. Time for Papa to smoke his Marlboro Reds.